Urban Therapy with Sun752. If this your daily go-getimism number 950 for May 10th, 2017. Today I want to talk to y'all about something I've been talking about for the past couple of days, and that's the difference between what's unfair and what's unfortunate. The difference between what's unfair and what's unfortunate. Well, to put it quite simply, when something is unfair, that means that something that was supposed to be your right, something that was supposed to be given to you, has not been given to you or has been taken away from you. That means like everybody else who got theirs, and when it was time for you to get yours, yours was taken away. See, when somebody else controls your destiny, and you don't really have any control over that, you don't really have any say-so, and they conduct their business on the up and up with everybody else, but they don't conduct their business on the up and up when they're dealing with you, that's when things get unfair. So like in politics, all right, in politics, if white people get everything, Asians get everything, Latinos get everything, but black people don't get anything, that can't be fair. That's not fair. I'm not saying that that's the way it is, because there's really no difference between blacks and Latinos. They don't like you to know that, though. A lot of Latinos don't know that either. But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But nonetheless, like voting rights. There's an election coming up next Tuesday. Now, if it was everybody above everybody who's a U.S. citizen who is above, who is 18 years of age or older is supposed to be able to vote. So, if you get down to the voting area, and all of your papers are straight and everything, you have your voter's registration card and everything like that, and they tell you, well, no, you can't vote today. Well, see, that's not fair. Everybody else got the vote. If you made it there on time, you did everything by the book, everything was supposed to go down well, and for some reason they come up with some type of explanation about why you're not going to be able to vote or participate in that election. That's not fair. Everybody else got the vote. Why wouldn't you get the vote? See, that's not fair. But the thing is, that's unfair, and that's also unfortunate. I'm going to take a little time to talk about what's unfortunate. Unfortunate sometimes is what happens when basically luck is just not on our side. When the chips just don't fall in our favor. When we just, we may have done everything legit, but for some reason we just didn't win, or we didn't deliver that day. For example, playing the lottery. You play the lottery every day, and let's say you play the number 752. You play that number, and it comes out 275. It comes out 275, but you didn't box it. You didn't box that number. Yes, the numbers came out, and they came out the right way. But guess what? You didn't win. You had the 3-number combo, but you didn't play the right way. You didn't play 752. I mean, you didn't play 275. You played 752. So you lose. Is that unfair? No, it's not unfair. Is it unfortunate? Yeah, it's unfortunate. Luck just wasn't on your side. It would have been the same thing as if the number had came out 652. Like, yo, you only missed it by one number. Yeah, but that's the one number in a pick 3 that would have made the difference. So yeah, it's unfortunate that it came out that way, but it was totally fair. It was on the up and up. In a basketball game or a football game, let's say when let's say in an important football game, the score is tied. The score is tied in regulation. So it's not overtime or anything. The score is tied in regulation. And just before the team is about to kick a field goal, just before he's about to just before the kicker is about to kick a field goal, and it's pretty much a guaranteed field goal. Let's say it's a 40-yard field goal. Any field goal kicker should be able to do that in the NFL. So just when he's about to kick the football, the coach of the other team calls a timeout to ice the excuse me to ice the kicker. So he kicks the ball, and the ball goes right through the uprights. Had the coach not called that timeout, the game would be over, and that team would have won. But instead, he called the timeout, and even though the ball went through the uprights, it doesn't count because the coach called the timeout, so they have to do it again. So on the second try, he kicks the ball, and the ball doesn't go through the uprights. He misses the kick. So now they have to go into overtime. That was unfortunate. When the coach of the other team called the timeout, he was well within his rights to call that timeout. And he did it as a strategy to try to ice the kicker. And the kicker let the coach get into his head, and now he missed the field goal. Or worse, let's say he attempted to kick the field goal and it gets blocked, and the other team picks up the block and runs it in for a touchdown. So the other team won on defense because of a defensive touchdown, because their coach originally iced the kicker by calling the timeout when the kicker was about to kick, and now they won. Is that unfair? Nope, it's not unfair. It's unfortunate. See, when you don't get what you want, even though you did the right thing, that's unfortunate. If somebody else stops you from being able to get what you want because they don't like you, or because of whatever reason, but everybody else gets to have what you were supposed to have, that's unfair. So yesterday I gave the example about your children. If you have 4 children and you only treat 2 of them very nice and give them everything that they need to succeed, plus love, affection, and all of that, but you treat the other 2 like shit, that's unfair. It's unfair and it's unfortunate for the 2 who don't get treated right. But it's mostly unfair on the parents' part. You know, our people think there's so many crazy things are unfair, man. You know, in the black community, we have so many crazy things going on with us mental slavery-wise, that if in a light-skinned family, if one of the children isn't born light-skinned, let's say their father was darker or whatever, or somewhere down in their ancestry, they had some dark-skinned people, so one of them was born dark-skinned or darker or brown or whatever, maybe my complexion or a little bit lighter or whatever, but everybody else is light-skinned, they may think that it's unfair that they didn't get to be light-skinned like everybody else. It's crazy, but I've heard foolishness like that, and that's how it go. But no, that wasn't unfair. I'm not even sure if that's unfortunate. Back in the day, we might have said it was unfortunate. Like, Dad, you don't get to have light-skinned privilege. That's all mental slavery crap, man. It's all craziness. Now, you know, I'm almost sorry I brought that up, but I mean, when it really all comes down to it, we have to deal with the things that are real in our community. We don't have the luxury of being able to sweep things under the rug all the time. But we do need to understand the difference between what's unfair and what's unfortunate. And the best way that I can break it down is that when somebody else is supposed to give you something that everybody else got, but they don't give it to you because they don't like you or for whatever reason, that's unfair. They are not being fair. But when you have bad luck, when you have done everything the right way and things just don't turn out right for you because of whatever, that's not unfair. That's just unfortunate. And that should make a difference on the way that you perceive the things that happen to you or for you. Because sometimes unfairness works for other people. And sometimes unfortunate, I mean, you know, lack of fortune or whatever, it's not always the same on both sides. For there to be a winner, there has to be a loser. Same thing as in order for there to be a loser, there has to be a winner. Everybody can't get a trophy. But nonetheless, in the face of unfairness, do what you have to do in order to right the ship or to correct the wrongs. But in an unfortunate situation, you just have to get back on your horse and try again. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, when it comes to things that are unfair to you, that means that somebody else was involved. It's hard to be in an unfair situation all by yourself, unless you're just not being fair to yourself. And that's a whole different conversation. I don't want to get into that right now. Alright, one way that you can be unfair to yourself is if you constantly give to somebody that you know doesn't even appreciate what you've given them, will never reciprocate, will never pay you back, will never appreciate you, will never mention you as far as somebody who has helped them. So you constantly give, never expect anything back, and never do anything for yourself. So you give all and receive none. That's being unfair to yourself. That's the best way I can put it. The Urban Therapy with Sun show. The Urban Therapy with Sun show is today, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today we're gonna be talking about incest, man. Incest. It's crazy. It's a crazy topic. But it's something that has plagued almost every family in the world. On some level, everybody has that little secret going on in their family. And many of us try to sweep it under the rug. Many of the people who violate it wanna just move on. Like, I know I did that back in the day, but can y'all stop bringing that up? I'm a changed man now. I'm a changed woman now. No, you still did what you did. The violators don't get to move on. The victims get to move on. And if they want to, then they can let the violators move on. The violators don't have no business trying to move on by themselves. So that's how it's going down today, man. Incest on the Urban Therapy with Sun show, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Call in number 319-527-6199. blogtalkradio.com/Sun752. Peace.